Are live on a Tuesday night, getting ready to go hunting for some crowns.
Yay!
So even a victory would be nice. But if we can get a crown out of this, that would be even better. Now, I don't know if our technology is working since the internet tends to be terrible in our household, but we will check real quick to make sure that we have reasonable video and reasonable audio, and then we will dive into this deal. Audio?
Reasonable video.
Oh, it's working!
And
There we go. It is working, so with that said... Oh, and Frederick is joining in. Everything appears to be working. Let's go for it. We're going to kick this up. I am the Predator because later tonight I will be watching the new Predator movie, Prey, so it's a Predator kind of day for me.
I'm just being super banana.
And he's super banana because he's going to watch... I don't know what he's going to watch. And then Chloe...
I just
is
like
right
being
here.
super
TJ
banana.
says, I'd never thought you'd do this. We have actually done live streams and videos on Fortnite before. This is not our first time doing this. But it is our first time today. TJ joins in. Was just watching your phase 5 and 6 ranked by excitement. That video is frustrating because between when I uploaded it and when it went live, they announced the director of one of the Avengers movies, and I literally stayed in the video, because we don't know who's directing this, I'm placing this here based off of ignorance. If I knew who was directing this, I would put this somewhere different on the list. By the time the video went live, by the time you guys saw it, they had changed it and moved somewhere else. All right, what's our strategy on this one, buddy?
Okay.
Where do we want to land?
So, once we get onto the battle bus, I guess... Wick's house, or if we can see the boat,
Okay, Wick's house.
Wick's house or the boat?
Hey, fun fact. Earlier today, I saw League of DC Super Pets from the Future. Do you know who voices Batman in it?
No.
John Wick.
So
John Wick is the voice of Batman. So fun and exciting times. What?
I watch Prey too.
You want to watch Prey? Yeah. Chloe, do you like watching people getting skinned alive? Me too. High five. That's something we share in common, our love for watching people die horrible deaths.
She didn't even answer.
Wait, what did you say?
Do you see the boat?
We got a question. Hello there. Ask, would you like Destin, that's the person that is going to be directing Avengers Kang Dynasty, direct both Avengers 5 and 6 for consistent vision throughout, or a different director for Secret Wars? It's tough to say because we're so far out. I think one of the differences here is that these movies are coming out 6 months apart, and so I think that just inherently makes it a little bit more difficult to do those in the same year by one director.
Some people are landing here.
Oh, that means either we're going to assert our dominance very early on, or we're going to lose very early on. But
I see this house now.
Wait, did you change the locations on me?
It's not that far from me.
Golly jeepers. But, so... if they're not announcing him as doing both, I assume they have a reason for that. I assume that the two movies are different enough. It's not quite the same thing as what they did with Infinity War and Endgame. So I tend to be like, let's see what's going to happen. But I don't need him to direct both. It's if he is, cool. If not, it doesn't worry me. It doesn't excite me in either way. It's just kind of like, cool, whatever it is. I'm game for it. All right, Hamish Cooper says, what's your excitement for Prey? Very high. I love the Predator movies. The first Predator is one of my top 20 favorite movies of all time. These two actually love Predator because I'm either a terrible parent or a great parent, and so they've seen most of the Predator movies. So Predator's huge in my household. Even though we've never really gotten a great sequel. I think we've gotten some good ones. I don't think we've gotten a great one. I'm always hopeful that we can get another one out of the series. And so 10 Cloverfield Lane was a really good movie. But most importantly, all of the dialogue, all of the chatter since it premiered at Comic-Con last week is great. I've not seen one negative review for this film. I've only seen very ecstatic reviews for this film.
Can you give me one of your guns?
Wait, you don't have a gun?
I never found one. I looked to see if you had anything. and empty
You can have that cool charge.
I get one.
All right, next question on here. Oh, we got the Disney nerd. Big supporter of the channel. One of my supporters over on Patreon.
I went so far, I didn't even make...
Sorry, we got a little bit of... Sorry, we get... Oh!
Got him.
Okay. Easy enough. Now we got plenty of weapons to choose from. If you guys are wondering my favorite gun in the game, it's actually the Ranger Assault Rifle. Doesn't shoot that fast, but it hits its target, and that's what's most important to me.
I
So-
like the
In the game, I like
Hammer.
Ranger, but my favorite gun is like the Scar or the Ranger.
You like the Scar? The Scar's been out of the game for months.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you stopped playing. You're mad about the Scar?
Maybe.
Vindictive about that? Fair enough.
Maybe I'll start playing more. Who knows? Epic Games, you should try that.
So I saw a thing.
Oh, they got all kinds of shotguns around here.
I think the hammer is like really close to the Scar. For some reason, Chloe doesn't like it, even though it's basically supposed to like be like a ripoff of the Scar.
Okay, let me get back to your question. Where were we at? Oh yeah, Disney nerd. Yeah, big supporter over on Patreon. He's actually one of the few certified moderators for my live stream. So, thank you
no
much for your
idea
support. And if anyone is actually, you're probably not certified on this one. Here's a rift over here if you want one. Next question, Slice Tube. Sean, what's your thoughts on The Boys season 3? I noticed you didn't review it. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it this year. It's not even to say it's good or bad. It's just such a hardcore show that I have to be in the mood for it. And then I was like, if I wanted to cover it, do I want to cover the whole thing? Do I want to cover parts of it? And so I watched the first 3 episodes and just wasn't in the mood. Do you have full shields?
No.
Here.
Thank you. I say we should use that rift.
Oh yeah, we can probably get. Let's look around a little bit more. But anyway, that's kind of it. I mean, like the first episode, the stuff that goes down, the play on the Ant-Man Thanos theory, I was like, this is a bit much. And then they were just teasing a bunch of stuff, only getting more and more hardcore. And I was like, I just don't think it's right for me right now. I'm just not feeling it. Dawson Young says, hello. Samuel Kim, is Will Porter as Adam Warlock good casting? I don't know Adam Warlock in the comics well enough to know if it's good casting. What I do know is that the MCU is very good at casting, so I trust them. They very rarely have missteps. They see things that I don't see.
Now.
Yeah, let's go for it. So I trust the casting. That's the short version of it. But I don't know Adam Warlock in the comics. I just don't. Oh, hey, Chloe. Hey. To be able to say specifically why it is or isn't good casting. Where are we at? Recorded entertainment. We have met you in person. We met you recently in person. A second time. Nice to see you in the stream. Hello. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be reading questions right now. Where are we at?
One of my legendary trees is over here.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Did you kill the guy on the inside?
Yeah.
See, the problem I have is that the comments are all popping up in front of where my weapons are, so I don't know which weapon I'm using.
That?
Oh, we gotta get moving.
You can move where your weapon slot is, or like anything else. That would be pretty cool, but also like, what's the point of it?
Whee! All right, while I'm sliding, Hello there. I know this is a really hard question to answer before we've seen phases 5 and 6. Do you see Marvel expanding to even larger proportions post Secret Wars, or should they wrap it up? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of talking so far in the future. It's tough to say. At the point in time you start getting to Secret Wars, the franchise is 20 years old. 20 years old, you start thinking that's fair to call it quits, to reboot the whole deal. But if it's working, why do that? I mean, if the formula's still working, why stop? So, I don't want to get ahead of myself and say what they should or shouldn't do way in the future. I think at 20 years you've built on a foundation that's out of touch. And that starts being reason to reboot for that reason. You also kind of lose access to some of your top characters because you play through multiple generations of characters, and you start going like, yeah, we just want to get back to Tony Stark. We want to get back to fill in the blank. And so I'm not suggesting that after Secret Wars they should reboot. I'm saying I get it if they do. And that...
No, we had a board.
Still, the board just ran off the cliff.
I got him!
Great.
Nice. Well, there's his partner. Heck, not cool. I'm switching weapons. No! I'm down. Oh! No crown this time. All right, where were we at? Yeah, so I could understand if they want to close it out. If they're still at a strong point, close it out and then start over. Hey, I'm cool with that. If they want to keep going and it makes sense, they still got stories to tell, I'm cool with that. The current rumor over the last few days is that Marvel Studios can't recast the X-Men until 2015 because of locked-in contracts from Phase... Actually, where was I? I got 3 kills while still talking to people. That's decent. They can't reboot the X-Men characters until 2015 because of contractual obligation. So they would have to use the Fox cast until 2025. So that's the other thought, is to say that maybe Phase 7 is the Mutant Saga. So one more thought to throw in there. Disney or Chloe, he wanted to tell you the Highness killed the Scar. Get the reference? The Lion King. That's Ben Johnson asks, favorite racing movie. Racing movie. Racing movie. Let me think. What could be my favorite racing movie? I don't know what falls into that category. When I'm playing a game and trying to talk, sometimes it's tough to kind of pull up something like that. What are the great racing movies? Throw some in the chat. We'll circle back. What are some great racing movies, and maybe you'll jog my brain by the time I could get there.
Cars is a racing movie.
Yeah, the first one is definitely not my favorite. Oh, where are we at? Trumper19. Hey, Sean, big fan. Getting better each upload. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, actually, I missed several in there. That is not where I was at. Thanks so much for watching. I do try and improve, and hopefully only getting better and better to go. Where is it? Did you mark it? Oh, there it is. I see. Gotcha. Okay. Where are we at? Mark. Sean, hope you and your family are having a fun time. Best wishes, my man. Thank you much. Cleogard. There's a lot more to do with comic storylines and feels for areas to go beyond Secret Wars. I mean, yes and no. Like, you're correct. There's a zillion more stories to tell, but there's also ways in which you play through storylines. You run out of like you burn through actors. Actors only want to do so many things. So you write yourself into corners in certain ways, and you limit yourself. So there are more stories to tell, but you think, we've already lost Steve Rogers. We've lost Tony Stark. When will we lose Chris Hemsworth? There's things like that make it... That's kind of the reason why I think there tends to be reasons to potentially start over a little bit.
This is a really good spot.
Adam says, hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, I'm having a good day. I saw DC League of Super Pets earlier. I got a screener for Prey today. I got a screener for I Am Groot. So all sorts of fun things going on for me today.
I'm having a good day, too.
Why are you having a good day, Chloe?
She She made cookies.
Oh yeah, you guys made cookies while I was taking a quick nap.
We got to make cookies and Paris played a game, so.
Okay, Disney Nerd asks, if we get it, are you excited for Pirates 6 with Margot Robbie replacing Johnny Depp? I don't really care that Margot Robbie is replacing Johnny Depp. I don't care that they're moving on from Johnny Depp. It's been 20 years. It's fair to replace Johnny Depp. He's 60 years old now. I do not care that he's not going to be in charge of the, our lead pirate forever. And that was played out, and I don't think that that was a character that lent himself to carrying a franchise on his own. He doesn't grow and change, and you don't want him to grow and change. So I don't think Jack Sparrow was the right person to have as the lead. He's a great character. Most of my audience, you guys are a lot younger than me. You weren't there in 2003. Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, that was such a refreshing movie. It was such a phenomenal character, but it was the whole ensemble. It wasn't just him.
Gotcha.
So making him the star, I don't think was necessarily the right direction. What's up?
So this is a good landing spot. So we have the boat here, so we have good loot, and then there's a vault right up here, and then
gotcha. Yeah, let's hit the vault. So I'm totally cool if they want to go in a different direction. I don't need Margot Robbie leading every franchise out there, so I'm not specifically excited that it's her. Also, if you're doing a pirate movie, she's a little bit too hot to be a pirate. I don't know if that's what she looks inhuman as to how pretty she is, so seems a bit weird to make her a pirate. I don't know if she's going to be our lead pirate, how that's going to work, but then again, not that Johnny Depp is anyway not a very attractive person, or Orlando Bloom or Keira Knightley. These are all incredibly attractive human beings. But what guns do you have?
I have a gray prime and a green stinger.
Do you want one of my things? Would one of those help you?
I'll take the hammer, but we're about to hit the vault. So.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, good call. So, but I don't really have a problem with her being the lead of it. So I'm just curious what they're going to do, if they're ever going to do it. Slide Tube, do you think by the time MCU hits Phase 10, we'll have a DC crossover? I don't see them ever. I don't know that they could ever do it because in an actual formal movie, because there's just too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people trying to be protective of their brands, their favorite characters and stuff like that. So I would be pretty surprised if we ever saw a live action movie that did a crossover like that.
Since there is a hammer here, can I have your hammer?
Frederick, when did you guys start playing Fortnite? I think it was early 2018. It was within a year of whenever it started. So what year did it start?
2017. It says
so 2017. Oh. Yeah, so Fortnite starts in 2017. I had a speaking deal in early 2018, I guess, where I was speaking at a youth retreat. So I met up with the guy that replaced me at the church I used to work at and said, hey, man, tell me what are teenagers into right now? What's the hot thing the teenagers doing? And he said, it's Fortnite. Fortnite. You got to know Fortnite. So I downloaded Fortnite, played it a little bit, incorporated it into my talk that I gave at that little weekend retreat. So that was the first time I played it, and then I believe they did the Thanos crossover when Infinity War came out. And so then I played it again then, and wasn't too big of a deal until then whenever they did the big gigantic Marvel crossover where that was the theme of the... Oh, we got a friend.
I just got that. I killed him.
The theme of one of the seasons was Marvel, where they had Tony Stark and Thor as characters you could get. That's where we really started playing, and Liam started getting into it. So he kind of became obsessed at that point in time. So I think that was August 2020. And then, as I've always played a little bit, just a little bit. He became obsessed in 2020, and then December of last year, December 2021. I took a week off, and I just started playing. I needed something stupid to play just to keep me busy, so I started playing a lot then. And then some point in time, right around then, the wife got into it too. So everyone in the family except the baby plays Fortnite. 3 of us played a lot. A lot.
And I'm like really good at the game.
Yeah, he thinks he's the best. I'm the best.
No.
I'm probably not the best, but so he's our best shooter in the family. Jennifer is so cautious that she tends to not die much, but she can't shoot all that well, and I'm probably the best with strategy. So when you put me and Liam together, we tend to do really well because he can actually shoot things, and I can tend to be able to rope in some of his impulses a little bit.
I started playing in Chapter 2, Season 5.
Michael says, hello, a package should be arrived in your P.O. box by now. Hope you guys enjoy what's inside. So, to be honest with you, I actually, the pistol, yeah. I actually really like the heavy sniper. I have 2 more fan mails shot. I shot them when I shot with the last one. I just haven't edited them because there's just been so much stuff, and the channel's been red hot the whole last week. And so I've just been trying to strike while the iron is hot. Okay, real quick, a question just came in. It popped up on the screen. We'll go back up to it. SliceTube, you and your kids should try out Multiverse today. It just came out. That's what this video is going to be.
Yeah.
That's what this video is going to be. We were going to live stream playing Multiverses. We bought it, have it and everything. Did a test run and everything. We just didn't. There was a few too many variables of trying to figure out how to do multi-screen, both of us playing. We couldn't figure it out. That's why. Literally, that was what the pitch was to them. We'll play Multiverses, and we just couldn't figure it out. That's why instead we're playing this game, because this game we actually know how to play and can figure it out. There's a few too many kinks a little bit with Multiverses. Derek Dewar, I might be on a phone chat with you in an hour. Absolute Fortnite right here. Yes.
Dad.
So maybe I'll be on a phone call with you. Maybe we could play Fortnite for our monthly chat. Sentinel Human, do you think 2 Avengers films in under a year might be a little too much, or do you think it would be a good idea for the fact that there's a 6-year gap between Endgame and Kang Dynasty? I don't have any particular strong thoughts on it. They're far enough out that they're like, whether it's a year apart or 6 months apart, they're being written together. They're being designed to go together. So that's what matters. You think if they'd chosen to do Infinity War and Endgame 6 months apart, who would have complained? But it's the same idea. I mean, just maybe there's 2 directors, maybe there's not. I don't know. But I don't think of it as too much, especially because there's some years like Recorded Entertainment. Sean, do you like SpongeBob? I've never seen an episode of SpongeBob. I mean, I've seen some SpongeBob. I've seen things here and there, but like I've never watched SpongeBob. SpongeBob is after my time.
Why don't you do unboxing videos with us anymore?
I can. I probably should. Because I'm just busy trying to run months and speaking and being behind on things, and I just haven't had time to do all the stuff related to everything. So I'm just backlogged. And so if it's just me shooting it, it's much easier to edit because I don't take the video as seriously. If I put you guys in it, I take the video more seriously. I edit it better. They're better videos when you guys are in them. They're more fun. So it's
they
that.
Just take more time.
It just takes more time, and since I edit myself, all my stuff, like it's just a lot to try and do. What the gym? Hey, Sean and family, how has your week been so far? Busy. Comic-Con made for a very busy week, so but it's been fun.
Why are there so many plants in here?
That's a good question. Daniel Thor, I've been watching your channel since you ranked who's most likely to die in Infinity War. That was a good one. It's been very fun watching your channel grow. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I greatly appreciate it. Michael says, what do you think is the most inconsistent horror franchise? Oh, I don't know. Horror's a bad question to ask on that one because there's so many franchises that have one of the top 10 best, most iconic horror movies of all time, and then some sequel that's terrible, and a few that are in the middle.
Dad.
That's very common for horror franchises where they just drop in quality.
There's a lot of plants in here. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, well, I've been in this cabin before. Yeah, what a weird place. Who lives there? Who decorated that cabin that it's so dull on the outside, so exciting and lively on the inside?
So much life.
But I think there's almost the question really is what horror franchise isn't inconsistent, and the only answer is Scream. That's the only top franchise that's consistent. Maybe I'm missing one, but so many of them are just all over the place. Hamish, if any of the announced MCU projects were to win an Oscar or get a Best Picture nomination, which one do you think is most likely? Wakanda Forever looks like it is a good chance, though Phase 4 isn't great. I don't expect any of them to get that sort of acclaim. It's extremely uncommon for comic book movies to get that acclaim, and when you have a movie where we don't even know who the star of the movie is, who's the title character, that just has red flags all over it for me. Like, I don't at all think, oh yeah, good sign right there. We don't know who's Black Panther and Black Panther, like Wakanda Forever. We're using the guy that died as a way to build intrigue surrounding the project. That doesn't sit well with me, and it makes me very nervous.
When he showed me the trailer, I thought it would look... The trailer showed me that
oh, I was hoping I could see these people.
In my eyes, it looks better as a show than a movie.
So you want a Wakanda TV show?
Yeah. The name even sort of sounds like something for like... I was just got shots. Yeah, there's one right here.
Yeah, someone's somewhere that...
I think my wolf got it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, footsteps down below. Oh, they're coming.
I got him.
Oh. But I am very nervous about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It was a very good trailer as a thing in and of itself, but it didn't really answer the questions that have me nervous about the project. SliceTube, I have a question I've been asking to ask you for a long time. What's up with the fake Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pops back in 2017 videos, which is when I started watching? I mean, I don't. It's I don't know. It was just my set. I didn't have a set. I was just using a room in my house, and I was trying to have something like when you're starting out, you do the best you can with what you got, and so that's what I was doing. So, I mean, it's difficult for me to not mostly take that as an insult to my original set, which obviously I didn't stick with it, so that's why it changed. But also, I mean, when YouTubers are starting out and your channels are small, you do what you can. Like, I had no budget. I was delivering paint for a living. I was horribly underemployed. There's 1,000 reasons it wasn't an ideal situation.
You're delivering paint and doing your YouTube channel.
Yeah, but I didn't make money on YouTube at the time, and so I had a wall in what is now Karis's room that I literally had green poster board on the wall as my green screen, and just needed a backdrop that kind of had whatever I wanted for a certain look. But I mean, yeah, you need to be kind to early YouTube channels. You got to start places.
What I think.
We got to start with whatever you have.
Yeah, you got to be kind. With
Someone's for us. I'm gonna torch him. Oh, they're running.
There's someone.
Oh!
Storm is right there.
And someone wants. They're by the car. Taxi. Oh, I'm not. Oh, they got me. They're by the taxi.
What taxi?
The taxi next to the gas station.
Do you see if we can crawl out?
I'm gonna crawl out, and I am safely in a bunch of stuff. Okay. The guy
I can
is.
use you as bait.
Okay. Okay, we're now back to car movies. Ford vs. Ferrari. Yeah, let's go Ford vs. Ferrari. It's my favorite car movie. Or racing movie. Someone asked me about that. Brick Galore, he plays Fortnite too. Yes, we play lots of Fortnite in my household. We have Fortnite videos on this channel. Quite a few.
Okay,
Noob, hey Sean, you remember... I'm down. Down. Hey Sean, you remember my old name was Gamer Film Boy. That sounds mildly familiar, but honestly, I interact with a lot of people, so it's tough for me to remember everybody's names. Hello there. Do you think that one of the many problems affecting the MCU in post-Endgame is the lack of a central character for the franchise to be carried? Ever since Tony and Cap, I feel like MCU lacks a leader. I mean, I wouldn't say that that's the problem. That's not the way I would phrase it, the problem, because I think there's a lack of focus that makes it so you also have a lack of a central character, but it's the lack of focus that I think is the central problem and the bigger problem. If you have, it's also spread out. None of the characters feel associated with each other. You know, you got street level in New York City, we got Celestials, we got Thor in space, we got multiverse, like they're just all over, and even the multiverse ones are just totally different stories in different places, and we're at the TMV, and we're everywhere. It's not any one thing, it's all over the place. That's what I think the problem is. And if they were more focused, and is that a crown?
Yeah.
There's so much stuff, so many emotions. Oh!
We were in second.
We were in second, and a crown was right there. So close.
I never even looked at how many people were left.
But it's being all over the place that's the problem to me, not the lack of a leader. And potentially, when we start pulling things together, maybe the lack of. Yeah, I'll lose this if you scroll around too much. That's the thing for me that's causing me the issue. If you pull them together and we still don't have a leader, that'll be the problem. But at the moment, that's not it for me. Monarch, want to say your YouTube tips for other nerdy YouTube channels have been really helpful and inspiring. Audible affiliate links are really helpful with income streams. Awesome, glad that could help. Recorded Entertainment, Sean, I finally watched Warrior. It's my 9th favorite movie of all time. Awesome, that is the movie I always recommend to people. Daniel Skinner, is Liam going to see Prey or is it off limits? I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say if it's off limits for him or not.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch it to be able to comment on whether something is acceptable for my child. Yeah. The Movie Man, hey Sean, what is your excitement level for Cobra Kai Season 5 from the teaser trailer? I mean, I would say the teaser didn't really change my excitement because I was, in general, excited for it, and it was pretty clear where the show was headed. So the teaser only affirmed what we kind of already knew was happening. Chloe, what's your excitement level?
I'm really excited because so far the seasons have been really good. And
so she's excited because she'll finally get to watch through all of it. So, so you get to watch through this one with me, I think, by the time we get there. You'll actually...
I haven't really been that interested in
this guy doesn't like Karate Kid Trader. Where are we headed?
Let's just head...
SPC Birds, hey Sean, hey kids, how's all we're doing? We are doing good. Credit Entertainment, are you more excited for the future of Marvel or the future of Star Wars? Marvel. Star Wars is a disaster right now. It's a mess. They have movies they've said are coming out. I don't know that I believe any of them are coming out. No movies are in production. There's just several in pre-production. They screwed up Obi-Wan. That's bad. That is such an easy on base. Like to do that one right. That's a softball, and then they still managed to mess it up for all the wrong reasons. So,
the costume was really bad, and so was the chase, and so was that unsettling speech.
10 years old, but you won't always be.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things that were so weird for all the wrong reasons. So I think Star Wars, I don't know why they're messing everything up, but they are.
They might not be meaning to. I'm guessing like one of the only things that's probably going to be able to save him right now is eventually going to be Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah,
yes.
10 years old, but he won't always be.
Prodigy asks, hey Sean, thoughts on the Avengers director news? I'll have a short video dropping on my main channel in 9 minutes on that. And it's actually already on my Instagram and it's already on my TikTok. Toxic Gamer, I never knew you played video games on video. On this channel, we've got gaming videos, we've got other Fortnite videos, we've done some live streams. We haven't done a ton. Aim for the bushes. There goes my hero. Other guy's reference. Eric Thorpe reviews. Do you think Avatar 2 has a better chance than Black Panther 2 to be nominated for Best Picture? No. Curious, since both films are sequels to Best Picture nominees. I don't think either one of them have much of a chance. Was Avatar nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars or just the Golden Globes? If it was nominated for an Oscar, either one of them, I mean, not don't seem like
there's a good
legitimate
vault.
ones, but
there's a good vault here.
Okay. Do we just have to?
There's 2 supply drops.
Gold. Rex Parker, there's a video dropping on my main channel in 7 minutes about the director news. So I won't talk about it here. Where are you? How do I get to you?
You have to get
I'm
out.
lost!
Get out.
Ah!
And go up there.
Yes, Avatar was nominated for an... That is ridiculous. How on earth was Avatar nominated for Best Picture? The Oscars. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I don't think either one of them are likely. Coded Entertainment, if you had to burn either Endgame or The Dark Knight or burn Batman Begins or Infinity War, which would you pick? It's like a double question there. Burn them? I don't know. I guess Avengers movies, because there's a lot more Avengers movies. Hello there. Do you think the recent troubles hitting Netflix will cause them to have a major change in the production of their original content? Yeah. I mean, I think they're, yeah. Just when your stock price dramatically drops, you just have to reevaluate your strategy and how you're spending money. So yeah, I would assume that they're rethinking things. And I sure hope so. They're fools if they're not. SB Verge, question for your kids. What's your favorite movie? Chloe, what's your favorite movie?
I have lots of favorite movies.
Just name one.
Venom.
Venom? Venom's your favorite movie? Okay. Liam, what's your favorite movie?
I don't know.
It's not my all-time.
Just list some movies you really like.
I like Beverly Hills 2 is 3.
Beverly Hills 90210, you say?
It's 3.
Which, what?
I like 3 and 2. I don't like.
Of what?
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Oh, no, I said Beverly Hills 90210. That's totally different.
Yeah.
Or Beverly Hills Cop, 1 and 3, you say. She actually does watch those Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies all the time. You're wondering who watches those talking dog movies. Chloe watches all of them. Santa Pup, all of them. Liam, favorite movies?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I really have a favorite.
Name some favorites. We want to know your taste in movies. What's the stuff that you're like, that was a cool flick?
I'm thinking. I'll think about this and then answer later.
You'll forget we're in combat.
And I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, where are we going?
This way. Towards Tilted,
Oh, no,
I guess.
You fell down the hill.
Thingy.
Eric Thorpe reviews. Sean, when will you let your kids watch Game of Thrones? Assumption being we don't watch it as a family already. Trying to desensitize them from a very early... Oh, the wife heard that. They have not watched Game of Thrones. They used to watch the intro with us, but they haven't watched an episode or anything. Michael, would you say that the MCU is still your favorite movie franchise? Yeah, sure. I mean, nothing's done to... it might not... I don't know what franchise I would necessarily like. The one like I'm actively most excited for future installments at the moment.
It's like the question.
I don't know if I would say that about the MCU at this moment, because it just seems so scattershot, and some of the magic of individual releases is kind of missing. But I mean, as an achievement overall, sure, absolutely, nothing's changed. Eric Thorpe reviews. Also, since you're gaming, are you going to play Multiverse? I'm going to get the beta. Yeah, we already talked about this in here. This video right here, this live stream, was going to be us playing Multiverses, but we couldn't figure out how to do 2 players at once. And so we just wanted to go for it, so we just kind of hit record on a game we know how to play. But we have it, and literally, our test run to make sure the audio and video worked for this live stream was on Multiverses. Oh, we got to get moving. Liam, favorite movies?
If I'm gonna name one, probably like
You don't have to name one. Name things you're excited about, so you don't have to overthink it. Anything that comes to mind is like, man, I was really excited about. A cool movie in the theater was.
A cool movie in the theater was. Why is it so hard for me to think right now?
Because you're playing a game and trying not to die. This is tough to answer questions while battling for one's life. Oh.
We're coming across Imperial Outpost.
Imperial Outpost?
Yeah.
I thought I heard some fire, but Chloe?
Next time, should I play?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll give you the headset if you want it. It's your choice.
So you wanted to take over for me, so I can answer questions, or you want to take over for Liam?
I guess I'll take over for you since it's probably easier for you to answer.
Well, half the fun is that it's kind
him.
of the appeal, yeah.
So just switch with me.
I'll take over for anybody.
Just switch with me.
Okay, I'll switch with you.
It's really funny how we had an actual conversation about that, not a complete one, but
Yes, we shall have a conversation in the middle.
I see something.
Oh, that is not a player. Ah!
Where are you?
No good. Okay. What are your thoughts on Paul Blart Mall Cop movies? I haven't seen the second one. No real interest in seeing the second one. First one was, unassuming fun. It's just a stupid comedy that had a pretty nice little bit of a charm to it.
Wait, you're fighting someone?
Yeah, there's a whole, something going on over here.
Someone's down. When I say someone, I mean someone that's not me.
Someone that's you. Got it.
Yeah. Awesome. We should go.
We gotta get going. Yeah, I'll keep this one. Golly jeepers. So the first one, innocent enough, fun, Paul Blart Mall Cop. I don't know that it needed a sequel. Don't know why it got a sequel. Where are you at on health and shields?
Well.
Oh.
You
just juiced myself up.
You on Imperial Outpost.
SPC, what happened to your podcast? Nothing different from anything that I've publicly announced. I mean, I if you listen to the last episodes, I said exactly what was going on, and that's exactly what still the case. It's just more a matter of why have I not started back up, but that's just busy. Honestly, I started my Sean Chandler Plus channel partially because it was part of my strategy for my podcast to be able to clip things out from it. But I mean, there's nothing.
Down.
Uh-oh.
Down. They have Vader's lightsaber. You hit him. You're not by the car, they're right there.
I can't see anything.
Now
it's not.
This is the time for you to survive.
Yes. If he is literally someone, there's a bunch of people.
So I think if you go to the reboot van right there, you should have enough time to revive me, and if you go down, I can come rescue you. There's also a boar, right in front of you, so you can kill that for the meat.
But, yeah, the podcast, just been too busy. Nothing was happening in 2020, that's why I stopped, because it was just every week was the same announcement, another movie got delayed. And that was the What Movie Got Delayed This Week podcast, and that wasn't really what I wanted the podcast to be. And then as soon as stuff was coming out again, then there was too much stuff coming out. There's other things to do rather than a podcast. So and then somewhat also I've just had technology problems. My internet hasn't been great recently, and just stuff like that. But I mean, it was essentially I said that in the podcast, and nothing really changed. It just perpetually was a problem. Health cord.
can make it. Barely.
Barely. Ugh. None of these dead bodies had health. Golly jeepers.
I think I see something legendary. Oh, that's green.
Legendary health?
No. I know that does exist, though. It's something really rare, but it does exist.
Some neat. Sean, when do you get the screener for Prey? Earlier today. I'm watching Prey tonight. Movie fan. Avatar was nominated. We already talked about that. We got all kinds of people.
I almost just died, but I didn't. Crap.
Shanae in the chat said Venom is their favorite movie too.
Right.
Have you seen any health?
No. And of course I'm being shot. So I'm at.
Oh.
The person who killed me is right here.
You're dead?
Yeah, the same person that just killed me again. The building is already on fire.
Sounds like
More fire, the more fire, the better.
Better because Layton, you calmed down twice. Yeah, I'm down twice.
Yeah, but I'm also not paying attention, so that means I'm not doing a... Health! No! No, I see health and it's right over there. And I can't get to it. No! No!
Yeah, the person who killed me.
No!
Ah!
No!
This is not gonna
We're not gonna die. We're gonna die. No!
No!
No! No!
It's good.
No! Ah! No!
If that thing wasn't there first, we would have healed fast enough.
Lucky Diamond, have your kids seen The Princess Bride? I think so, but long enough ago that they don't really remember it.
Princess Bride.
It is it's a fantasy movie. Oh, you guys have seen Once Upon a Deadpool? It's what that's based on.
Yes.
With the story, there's like a kid whose grandpa's reading him a story. That's like the setup, and it's the kid that's in the bed, Once Upon a Deadpool. That's the kid that's in The Princess Bride. Boyd, some of my favorite videos you've done are your Spider-Man reboot pitch and how would you fix Phantom Menace. Are there any other ideas for major franchises you potentially make a video like that off of? I'm not sure if I have any at the moment that come to mind. If I did, I would have done some of them. I have pitches for movie ideas from time to time. Sometimes it's a matter of just do I have time when it's relevant. Yeah, but I have ideas. I need to do more creative stuff like that. Just basically, since movies started coming out again, that's kind of driven my schedule of the obvious stuff. And sometimes that gets boring for me, doing the same kind of rankings and stuff. So, but I want to do more of those. Luke Oaks, what's your favorite movie of all time? I have a video with my top 40 movies ranked. Just watch the video. Culture Freak, hey Sean, any idea when the rest of the July fan mail videos will be available? I'll probably post one tomorrow. I just was busy. I mean, I posted 15 videos last week without posting those videos. 15 videos that are all edited. That just takes a lot of time. Hello there. What is one of these Star Wars projects that you're most excited for? I mean, I think Andor I'm excited for just because it feels like it might not follow the formula. It doesn't feel like it'll be generic cameo fest, which it feels like it'll have a story and not just they go to this Imperial base to rescue someone. Feels like it'll actually be character and story based, not just these. I mean, Princess Leia was rescued twice in 4 episodes on Obi-Wan. What was it? Where do you want to land? Eric Thorpe, if you had to pick between the two characters, Superman or Batman, who would you pick? No, I won't pick. You're not going to trick me. Prodigy, what's your most disappointing season of television? Or did you pick somewhere? Okay. Most disappointing season of television? Oh, man, who knows? There's so many. Either one of the last seasons of Dexter, last season of Arrow. Just a lot of last seasons fall into that category. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of shows that just did not end well. They just went off the rails. They didn't know how to end it, and so it's a lot of times it's not even the season that was overall terrible. The ending was so bad that you just remember, man, they ruined the ending of that show. Liam, just sit down and you need me to scoot over so you can sit next to her, but yeah, do something like that. That's better than looking over her shoulder. Michael, would you rather watch Rocky with Stallone or Terminator 2 Judgment Day with Schwarzenegger? Terminator 2 is a more rewatchable film, just because of the nature of it. It's an action blockbuster, and Rocky is a serious drama with a little bit of boxing in it. Both, obviously, some of my favorite films, but one of them is more rewatchable.
You want me to read the questions for you?
Sure. That right there. Liam, you didn't read the question. Eric Thorpe, what's your thoughts on the latest House of the Dragon trailer? I mean, it looks like more Game of Thrones stuff.
I couldn't read that. Sorry.
It looks. Yeah, I don't have any interesting or strong thoughts on it. I've watched through Game of Thrones once, and I was not like like a diehard or anything. So I don't feel like I'm the right person to have meaningful thoughts on most of this stuff. Okay, Chloe. Yeah. Throw it. Totally, Sean, talking about video game movie adaptations, have you seen Silent Hill 2006? No. Are you excited for Bullet Train? Yeah. I got invited to the press screening. It's Monday night, so I see it Monday night. Have you seen Ultimate Spider-Man? I have not. I have not seen any of Ultimate Spider-Man. Do you think Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars will be better than Infinity War and Endgame? It's impossible to tell this far out. At the moment, I would say no, because it's like, do you think this thing will be better than the best thing that's ever been done in this franchise? That's what you're asking. Is this going to be better than the best thing? And so inherently, it's always bad to assume something will be that good. You're setting yourself up for failure. And that's not where the bar should be set. Will it be the best ever? Well, very few things are the best ever, so probably not.
What happened?
Yeah, who's picking a fight with this person? I guess I did.
Why did you do?
Well, I want the gun.
It's a blue.
Yeah, it's a nice little blue one. What's your most anticipated movie for the rest of the year? Mine's Avatar 2 and Black Panther 2. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember what's coming out. Prey's way up there. Creed 3, Samaritan, the standalone superhero story starring Stallone from the director of Overlord. I don't know what else is coming out. Avatar 2's got to be way up there for me. SliceTube, why do you think Henry Cavill didn't show up on Saturday? Because he wasn't invited. I mean, when you phrase it, why didn't he show up? Because he wasn't invited. He was never. That wasn't a real thing. That's just rumor mill. I don't know why they reported it, but it wasn't real. But phrasing it that way, I think is wrong. Someone asked, do you have excitement for DC League of Super Pets? I have seen DC League of Super Pets.
Just this morning.
I saw it earlier today, so I don't need to be excited for it. I have seen it. Mr. Turtle Gaming, longtime supporter. I know you're excited for Marvel movies, but which projects are you most excited for? I'm most excited for Peacemaker, Season 2. Batman 2, I don't know if it's been officially greenlit, but I mean, I don't even know what they have officially greenlit at the moment. I know their panel up to Comic-Con again. Hi. But I don't even know what they got coming out. Daniel, are you excited for Christopher Nolan's new film Oppenheimer? Of course, he's one of my favorite directors, so of course I am. Michael, do you think you'll switch back to your seat where you're using for over 3 years?
Let's see.
I mean, it's just my desk. Will I ever shoot something there again? Yeah, I like to switch around places, but I'm not. I'd probably put less. I don't. I mean, I put thought into does this shot look good, but I didn't even mean to switch corners, and I'm sure at some point in time I'll get bored again and I'll switch to a different spot. But I like having the TV in the background. I like the backlighting, but I don't. I honestly haven't really even put that much. I didn't put that much thought into switching. I just always try and do the best I can with whatever I've set up. Have you watched the show Shameless? No. Here's a good question. Subneat, Sean, when will you box Cody on one box? I don't know how I phrase it that way. When will I box Cody? As soon as he agrees to it, then we'll start training, and we'll be the next YouTubers to have a formal boxing match. It'll be incredible. Bleach, have you got the Indiana Jones skin yet? Oh, of course, yeah, we got it. We got it the day the quests dropped, so yeah, of course. And we unlocked the Temple of Doom one with the sleeve ripped off.
No, Chloe, don't tame it. You'll go off your board. You want it or you don't?
Yeah.
You have guns.
No. Try not to damage me too much. It's bad ones now.
It doesn't want me to jump on him.
You can just go.
Slice Tube, have you gotten a chance to watch RRR yet? No, I keep meaning to, but I mean the problem is it's 3 hours long. Anytime something's 3 hours long, I'm never in the mood to watch a 3 hour long movie. Even Endgame, I'll watch the last hour, but I don't. It's a chore. Anything that's 3 hours, it's just too much. Too busy, too many things to do. Did you enjoy the last season of How I Met Your Mother? I mean, I haven't watched the last season. I've watched the last episode, and it's terrible. It's classic example of a. Now I can jump on it. What? Trying to jump on that wolf for 2 minutes straight and couldn't, just accidentally jump on the board.
It's because that's Chloe's board. It was standing still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just How I Met Your Mother. I mean, it was just so fundamentally misunderstood their own show, what they were aiming towards, and it's like they were trying to pander to their audience while not knowing what they wanted. I mean, it was just absolutely the wrong everything. Have you watched the Transporter movies? Yes, all of them. Have you seen the series? I've seen some of it. And if you did, could you see a future ranking? Yeah, if they do another movie, I'll do a ranking. I almost did one. Like, I have notes written. I watched through all of them, did the notes and everything to do a ranking just randomly at one point in time, and then it just didn't happen. But these days, I don't rank things. I very rarely rank them separate from a new release. They just don't do well, and user behavior is very strange and finicky. But especially that franchise, I wouldn't see myself ranking it outside of a new release. There's just not enough built-in excitement for that franchise. Hello there. Do you think Avatar 2 will be the highest-grossing film of this year, despite the 13-year gap between it and with Top Gun's performance? Let's see. Top Gun's at 1.3 billion. Whoop! Was that someone? Yeah, shoot that from over there. There they are. Whoa! No, I didn't mean to do that.
That might have been the wild one. Was that the wild? Nope.
All right, Chloe. I'm going after this person that was shooting at us.
No, you both have boars.
I can shoot. Not that.
No!
Not that.
Ah! No!
I'm down. No.
Sorry, Indy.
I don't need to get you! He's over there! You're bored out! Ah! 2 health!
2 health. So close.
That's not his most embarrassing death ever. He's died to a person with 1 health and almost won. To a pickaxe too.
Yeah. Well, I was distracted and we were a lot was going on there. Do you think Marvel or DC is in a better place right now?
Well, DC just released their game.
So it's weird. I think DC has had the better run over the last couple of years. They've just had a lot of really good stuff that I was like, I liked that more, that delivered better. But it doesn't look like they have a plan. It just looks like random stuff. So it kind of depends on your definition. I think DC's had the better movies and stuff over the last couple of years. But they like the lack of a plan, that no Superman movies on the radar is just weird. Lonzo, I think you would love Gotham. I have seen a lot of Gotham. I have reviews on this channel of Gotham from before Sean Chandler talks about, not on my main channel. I've talked about Gotham before. I just never finished it because I never got all that into it. Lucky Diamond, do you think Marvel will double down on casting Krasinski as Reed Richards and even Emily Blunt? Do you want them? I don't think they will. I think that they put them as a variant to appease people so they don't have to do it for real. I could be for it. I don't think John Krasinski gave a great performance in Doctor Strange 2, but that's a bit of an unfair thing to say because he was acting in a green room talking to a tennis ball with no one around him, not knowing what his costume would look like. Of course it's a bad performance in that context. SliceTube, I love the way you do trailer reactions now. Some of your favorite videos are just to watch. Interesting. I don't feel I'm very good at them because I'm not very reactive. Bleach Films, who do you think is the new Black Panther? I have no idea. I don't know. That's my first, because they didn't.
In the trailer.
As I said in every video I've talked about covering that one, that's my concern is that they haven't answered it. I don't have a theory. So.
There's a wolf right there.
So I have no guesses. Are you excited for Halloween Ends? I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. Halloween Kills kind of made me nervous about what they're going to do next. Everything they've said about it has made me nervous. They put out a trailer that's like the most generic Halloween thing. Look, Laurie's battling Michael Myers again. That's their final showdown for the 5th time.
Speaking of Halloween's in like 3 months.
It is. We're 3 months away.
October is in 2 months, but Halloween itself is 3 months.
Yeah, so you guys got to come up with, decide on your costumes.
Alright.
But so they put out the, yeah, but you change constantly. And then they,
I found my own minis.
Then they put out a plot synopsis, and it is totally different from the trailer they cut. They put out a trailer that's super generic, and then they put out a plot synopsis that's like, oh, guys, that's dangerous, that is risky. So that feels like they're trying to hide what they're doing a little bit. Henry and Trooper says, hey, Sean, love your channel, thank you so much. Silly One Kid, do you think Black Phone is a better movie than Sinister? I've never seen Sinister. Charlie, what do you think... Do you think Samaritan 2022 will fall in the same category as Bloodshot 2020, a superhero movie that aren't Marvel and DC and aren't popular to crowds? I think it's kind of a weird comparison because it's an original story, whereas Bloodshot is based off of a existing comic that's just not Marvel and DC. It doesn't have a big, huge budget. It's a smaller budgeted film, so I just don't think it's comparable to what they're doing with Bloodshot, like at all, or what they do with Bloodshot. It won't be a big blockbuster, but it's not a blockbuster. It's not a movie with a huge budget and things like that. So, I just don't think it's comparable. Michael, what's your favorite movie following horror franchises? Saw, Final Destination, or Texas? What's your favorite of the following horror franchises? Saw, Final Destination, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I don't know. I don't know. I would have to think about it. I don't really have a ranking of those off the top of my head or anything like that. So I couldn't. I don't have an interesting answer. I don't have a satisfying answer for you, unfortunately. SliceTube, did you unlock Darth Vader? Yeah, we unlocked Vader like a month ago. We play a lot, so we're very quick to get things done. Are you in a battle?
Vader's on me.
Oh, Vader's battling you. You get lots of trouble.
I have lots of shield. So you just hold them for me.
There's like teams right. Oh, Vader's. Coming after me now. Oh, Vader is force pulling me. Die, Vader! There we go. Guy up on the hill. More important than the guy up on the hill.
There's shield potions over here. There's a guy on the hill.
There's a guy about to kill me.
There's shield potions over here.
You can stop copying. You can stop doing what I'm saying now. You have a shotgun?
Yeah.
There's someone coming!
That's in game.
Oh, it's the henchman! It's the...
Yes, the henchmen that are going around the island partying.
Unpopular opinion, Need for Speed movie is better than the Fast and Furious movie because it's actually about cars. Well, I mean, the early Fast and Furious movies are about cars too, so, I mean, I get your point if you're talking about the later ones, but, I mean, the early ones, those were about cars. Lonzo, have you watched Umbrella Academy? Nope, haven't seen a single episode. SliceTube, has there ever been a trailer at the theater that you didn't want to see, so you covered your eyes, like Halloween Kills came out and they showed too much? Yeah, I mean, very frequently. When the whatever movie I saw in the theater before Jurassic World Dominion came out, I hadn't seen the latest trailer for Jurassic World Dominion, so I covered my eyes. I literally put my head down. I actually do that pretty frequently. If I don't react to a trailer, I probably haven't watched it, and so if it plays in the theater, I'll try and avoid it because I just like to go in as fresh as possible. So I actually do that quite a bit.
I feel like a tornado came through here because there's something random on the ground.
Maximo, can you add me? Don't know. Henry and Trooper Film Productions. Sean, favorite Western. A Fistful of Dollars. Oh, we gotta get going. Fistful of Dollars, the first of the Clint Eastwood, Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns. They're called spaghetti westerns because they're shot in Italy, even though they take place in the United States. They call them spaghetti westerns. Uh-oh. How far do we have to go? Oh, we got pretty far to go. You don't have a rift?
No.
Why don't you have a rift for me?
I'm sorry.
As for adding you, I don't really add people a ton on here because I don't play with a ton of people, and he plays online with people, but he can only play online with people that I can know who they are. So there's not really much of a point adding because I don't play online with stranger humans.
But maybe.
But maybe. Have you seen one of the most underrated masterpieces called 29th Street? Nope. Are you excited for Spider-Man 2 game? Yes, of course. Of course I am. Yeah, I mean that's pretty easy. Yes.
Like that. We're almost there.
Are you reading the chat? Yes, I'm reading the chat. That's what I've been doing this whole time.
And playing.
Have you seen the Oceans movies? I have a ranking of the Oceans movies on my channels. Don't spam me. He's reading the chat. Just be patient. I appreciate that. Yes, I am very much trying to win at a game while reading messages. So it is a little bit.
What have I done?
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, boys.
else?
They're NPCs. Most
They didn't give us anything?
they give this gray pistol. I saw their car and I thought they were like an actual enemies.
Yeah, they're sneaky like that.
And it's bad for them because they can get shot.
Okay. You drive. No.
I have a Lambo.
Recorded entertainment, Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruit Loops? I guess I would go with Fruit Loops, but I don't really eat sugary sweets these days.
Run!
Oh, why would they do that to us? We're the good guys.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know where you are, but
They took me out.
Spider-Man shot me.
I'm down. The other person is coming up. Spider-Man's right beside you.
Okay, we got one more game, and then I gotta get going. But yeah, actually, that Magic Spoon I did a sponsorship for. That I eat all the Magic Spoon flavors. Lorenzo, what's your favorite movie theater snacks? I eat popcorn at the movies. Michael, do you think the Fast and Furious 10 will take the franchise too far for you? I don't know. I just assume they're going to be unbelievably stupid. So, yeah, I just have no real expectations.
No, it just has yes.
Apparently, the KOTOR remake got delayed. Is that Knights of the Old Republic, I think? Yeah, I haven't really tracked much with it. Prodigy, were you disappointed with the DC Comics panel? Of course, there's nothing really there. What's for dinner? I assume I am making myself steak and a salad. A protein and a salad to maintain my muscle, but not help me stick to my low-carb diet.
And I also just asked him if he wants some pizza.
Yeah, they're trying to tempt me with pizza, which is cruel.
No, I'm not.
Do you watch The Real Rejects? Not really. That's not a channel I specifically watch. That's not any statement about them. That's not a negative. I believe Greg from them follows me, that subscribed to me. I think their channel is subscribed to mine, and has said some very kind things about me in a couple different places. But I'm not as... Apparently, they're more familiar with my content than I'm with their content. But I just haven't watched much of it to be able to say too much. They're more of a reaction channel. I don't really watch any reaction channels. It's just not my thing.
We do.
The kids do. They watch all these like
Mr. Beast.
reactions of viral videos rather than watching the viral videos themselves. All right, final game. Me and you, Chloe. Will we get a crown? SliceTube, do you think Thor's character arc felt too sudden of a change in Ragnarok? I mean, the movie had a different tone. I know that his character arc wasn't the change; it was the tone, and where he got goofier. And so I think you could certainly hold that against the film, and that would be fair. I would understand doing so. Looks like I'm all caught up on questions. I flew through a bunch of them. Where do you want to land? What have I done?
I don't know.
Favorite foreign film? So, I mean, I don't normally think about things in that manner, categorize them in that way, but I guess I would go with something like, I really like John Woo's heroic bloodshed films with Chow Yun-fat, Better Tomorrow, The Killer, Hard Boiled. Was a massive Jackie Chan fan. But I'm sure if I guess you could say even, I mentioned A Fistful of Dollars earlier. That's, I don't know if that counts as an Italian film, but I just don't really think about it that way. I don't keep lists like that of favorites. Master of Wind, huge fan of your channel. I've been watching for quite a few years. Much love, bud. Thank you much. Greatly appreciated. All right, now that I'm caught up, maybe I can just answer the questions as they appear on the screen. That would help me out quite a bit.
That's what I've been doing.
Answering the questions that are on the screen?
No, but I've been reading them.
Oh, two at once. Burn all Spielberg films or burn all Christopher Nolan films. Man, why do you want to burn all the films?
So when I was staring at
Oh, I'm gonna get myself killed. Oh, I might be in trouble. I'm down. I shot the guy at least a couple times, but...
Well, I'm gonna try to find a gun before I go in and try to go.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess I would keep the Spielberg films because there's just more of them that are in my top 20 favorite movies.
Don't run away.
There we go. Silly Kid, are there any kids movies that you feel are quite dark for kids films? Tons of them. I mean, lots of kids movies just get super dark.
Oh!
Yeah.
What are you pointing at?
I didn't know it went out.
Yeah, we got messed up. All right, one more game because we went down quick. I mean, there's tons of them, especially stuff in the 80s got really dark. Have you watched the Spectacular Spider-Man? No. Any tips on how to get more popular on YouTube? I've been, the last 2 months, I've been speaking on that. I've been posting all the panels. Posted one on my main channel with Austin Berg. Did one with Cody Leach at MegaCon. Posted that. Shared, like, just search for my name, movie YouTube tips. I have a whole channel dedicated to that sort of thing. Do you think it's too late for a Beetlejuice sequel? Probably. Comedies don't normally age well, or they don't. It's tough to sequel because comedy changes so much. And you know, comedy's all about pushing boundaries and going up to the limit. And so if you, as times change and we have different sensitivities, it just doesn't work as well anymore at different times. Michael, Chucky or Michael Myers? I don't know what you're asking. Gavin, hey Sean, I know you don't think Spider-Man is in the MCU anymore after No Way Home. If you had a choice, would you keep him in the MCU? Depends on what they wanted to do, what stories they wanted to tell, and, you know, I don't really trust Sony building out a universe, and I don't think a Spider-Man universe makes a ton of sense. So I think he works better in the MCU than he does in the Morbius universe with Venom. But, you know, so I suppose, yeah, I'd prefer he stayed in the MCU. Henry, did you see Uncut Gems? Yeah, I think I've talked about it in a couple places on my channel. I mean, it was well done, not really my thing. The Silly Kid, opinions on the Chucky TV series. I did a review of it, so you can just look up my review for it. Just Sean Chandler, Chucky TV series. A few things will come up. I did a live stream with Cody Leach, but I did at least a couple videos on it. DMZ, what's one character actress who you would like to see join a comic book movie franchise? I don't know. I mean, everyone's almost already in them, so I don't really have an interesting answer because you got to look at who are the three people that aren't in a comic book movie yet. And sure, it'd be fun to see Reese Witherspoon in a comic book movie. I don't really have anyone that comes to mind. Especially it's kind of like generic. Who do you want to join? Well, I don't really care if they join. I care about who they join as and what's the story and who's the writer, who's the director, is it a good project? I care about that more than I care about generically, hey, do you want to throw this person into this franchise? What are they doing? I have to know who they're playing and what's going on. It's kind of when people generically ask, hey, do you think that this person would be good in this role? Well, I don't know. Depends on what the script is. Depends on what the tone is. There's a lot more that goes into it than just, do I want this person in this thing? Do you think Hayden Christensen should be cast as Norman Osborn in the MCU, or what about Harry? Well, he's too old to play Harry because he's 15 years older than Tom Holland, so I don't think that would make a lot of sense as Harry. As for Norman, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to know I wouldn't think so. I haven't seen him do enough stuff recently to know what his current versatility is as a 40-year-old man. What could they do in the MCU that would be weirder than WandaVision? Well, I mean, when you got the multiverse available to you, you can go crazy weird. Just watch everything everywhere all at once, and you can realize how weird multiverse can get. Do you think you would do a live stream for the new Spider-Man game when it comes out? Sure, why not? I mean, it's on the table.
Him swinging around, maybe me swinging around.
Yeah, I mean, if this is working,
City.
With this working, I think we're more open to these. I bought this camera a long time ago. We just haven't done many of these. We need to do more. And just live streams tend to be kind of stressful to do for me on my main channel because there's so many people. So it's kind of fun to do this, but even this is kind of stressful because kind of the appeal of it is that I'm playing a game, but I'm also trying to read while. Yeah, I don't know what's that about.
Did it go through the wall?
But
I
you know,
opened an ammo box and then like no ammo in it.
but
I think Epic Storm was. I saw a video of that happening.
Yeah, I know.
trying to play a game while reading questions and thinking and answering questions is tricky. So it'd be a little bit
That's
better.
also one of the things that makes it fun.
Well, it doesn't make it it's fun for the audience in theory to have something to watch me play a game while I'm talking, but it's really tough to do what I'm currently doing. So sometimes my wife helps me. We did one of these before where she was kind of reading the questions, and she can kind of sort through some of them. That also helps. Yeah, we did a Quest for Carnage live stream.
That
was pretty
our
fun.
last Fortnite video sort of thing. So it was a little while ago.
That's like a year ago.
Not a year yet, but almost.
Oh, very close. It wasn't a year, but it was close.
Back in season 8.
But then that's asking her to commit to sit there reading questions for 2 hours, which is not, her favorite thing to do.
No, probably not anybody's favorite thing.
Which movie was bigger surprise for you, Elvis or Black Phone? I don't know that I would say either one was really a surprise. I wasn't surprised that either one was good. I don't think that's the way I would... Oh, yeah, there's the loot. It shot through the wall. Surprise! Surprise, I don't think that's the word I would use for my feelings towards those movies, because Scott Derrickson is a known, established horror director from a writing of the Stephen King's Son, and it had good buzz surrounding it. No surprise there that it was good. And then Baz Luhrmann directing an Elvis film, you kind of know what you're going to get from that, he's an established, highly stylized director that has made a bunch of good movies. So I wouldn't call it a surprise. Who would you cast as Harry? I don't know. I mean, like asking offhand, who would you cast in a part for a movie that, is it with Tom Holland? So am I trying to cast like a 22-year-old Harry? Just too many questions, and doing it while playing a game, trying to think through all the actors who could play the part but aren't cast yet in a superhero property, specifically the MCU. He's gonna take me out.
I'm gonna take them out.
I'm down. Alright. Looks like there it is. Better Ethan Hawke performance, Black Phone or Moon Knight? Black Phone I think was more memorable, just a little bit more interesting. Moon Knight was just kind of generic bad guy. So anyway, there you have it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was fun. Hopefully I can do more of these more often, since the technology worked, and maybe get Jennifer to help with some of them. We got to do one for multiverse once we figure out how to do 2 people playing. But
yeah, because then there's gonna be like a million of the same ones if we wait a year.
We just want to try it soon.
yes, while it's in beta, we want to have some fun with it and share the game. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.